these 4 countries, we have potential and we have a lot of expertise. And bringing that together, to me, really gives us the opportunity to unleash the potential of the North Sea.
All of us share a vision of making the North Sea a green power plant.
I'm very pleased with the agreements we were able to close today, and also with the, let's say, ambitious plan to make the North Sea into the green powerhouse of Europe.
Which indeed is a very strong political commitment from your countries to making the North Sea Europe's green power plant.
We wanted to understand what this means for the North Sea, how will these goals be accomplished, and what are the challenges ahead. So we headed to Oostende, Belgium, to talk to the North Sea Region Into Power project. They've been working across 5 countries to create collaborations to spur innovation in offshore energy. So what does this huge upscaling of offshore energy in the North Sea mean, and how does it impact what the project is doing?
My opinion is that bringing all those different companies and organizations together in offshore wind, like we have been doing, is even more important now to stimulate these collaborations to grow faster and to innovate more together. So I think the relevance of the activities of what we have been doing became only more important.
But while years of work have allowed the project to create a solid foundation to build off of, obstacles certainly loom to reach these lofty energy goals.
And a lot of work is being done. We, for instance, have a collaboration between Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands and Belgium on exchanging energy. But there are also a lot of challenges to overcome. And I think that obtaining a permit for installing offshore wind is still too slow. We need to speed it up if we really want to achieve the goals. That's one of the things that we really need to work on. And then there's further challenges in, for instance, the supply chain. We will need a lot of raw materials, steel, for instance. We will need a lot of workforce. We will need equipment. We need to upscale all of that to be able to achieve the installation capacity that we want.
Port Oostende is the hub for all offshore energy, marine traffic, and maintenance crews who service the huge offshore wind turbine farms. With the goal of achieving an exponential increase in North Sea energy production, it means the port will also have to expand and do so quickly, and that is a problem.
Challenges because these wind farms and the windmills are becoming bigger and bigger, so we need space. And we are lacking space for the time being. We know that within now and 4 years time, a new wind park will be developed just in front of the Belgian coast. We want to be ready because Port of Oostende is the main hub for everything that has to do with offshore in Belgium. And we want to be ready for it. But we are lacking space.
The port's footprint is now finite as urban sprawl engulfs what used to be port lands, hemming it in and leaving just one direction to go.
The only way that we can create more space in our port is actually going onto the sea and trying to create terminals on the sea so that we are getting away from the city.
At GeoXYZ, their team of highly trained staff pores over reams of data about the ocean floor gathered and transmitted by the company's global fleet. This treasure trove of data about the seafloor is vital in informing engineers, including a lot of their clients in the offshore wind industry. This huge increase in offshore energy production is going to push this team to its limit.
Now there's an increasing demand on data, on insights of offshore marine environment. So for us, it's very difficult to cope with that demand. So it really pushes our business forward. It's quite a specialized business we're in. So we need personnel with a specific skill set, and that's the biggest challenge for us. If we engage new personnel, it takes a few years of training and follow-up to achieve a specific skill set to be able to work independently offshore. And that's, of course, a difficulty for the moment. So we're continuously looking for qualified personnel.
The Into Power project has been crucial in working with the company on transitioning to clean, green energy.
The Into Power project enabled us to invest in a crew transfer vessel powered by hydrogen, which is, of course, a lot of research and development involved in such a project. And without the Into Power project we could not do that on ourselves.
The EU plan to turbocharge offshore energy production in the North Sea leans on green hydrogen. We wanted to better understand what role it will play.
And hydrogen is also a transport means to transport green electricity, because green electricity is difficult to store. You can store it in a battery, but it's limited. So if you convert green electricity to hydrogen, it's much more easy to store in big under seas salt gas fields or salt caverns, and it can be stored and it can be reconverted to electricity when we need it.
A not-so-secret weapon in driving innovation in the offshore energy industry lurks just outside of the Oostende harbor. We went to take a closer look.
So this is our Blue Accelerator platform.
Sitting in the middle of a 400-square-meter testing site, the maritime platform allows for the testing of all sorts of equipment and applications at sea level, as well as above and below the waterline. Open to all and easily accessible, the platform is helping to accelerate the evolution of new concepts and technologies, getting them from the drawing board to the real world much faster. The testing area will also soon be the home of the largest floating solar panel trial in Europe.
It would be good that everyone is realizing that we will have to collaborate, to work together, to make sure that all of us, that we get access to affordable energy. And we need to step down from all our positions and look what's to be done to achieve that.
Key to the Interpower project's work has been funding from the North Sea region.
We had high ambitions, but they can only be realized when there is sufficient funding for it. So we made it happen also thanks to the funding of the North Sea region.
As the sun sets in Oostende, it's clear that while there's a lot of work to be done, a new day for clean, green, renewable energy driven by the North Sea is about to dawn in Europe.